You can't censor me! Censor this.
Welcome. We're back with another episode of my podcast, Pull Up a Chair. Feels so good to sit down with you folks after a long day of standing up in that courtroom. It's so boring. And my ankles are killing me. I told the judge I wanted a chair, but he's still refusing. I mean, who's it gonna hurt if we get a damn lazy boy in there? Look, folks, before we get our guest in here, I'd like to remind y'all to check out my Twitter for updates on all things Pull Up a Chair. I'm a hungry boy, so throw some of that delicious money my way on Patreon. Today's episode is brought to you by Gendy's Fake Rabbits, when you want the absolute best fake rabbits for your Greyhound racetrack. Folks, I have a treat for you today. You'll never guess who popped by to sit down with us. It's the brains behind the series Late for Class, Mr. Barnum, J.J. Sims. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, some might say you took a walloping the other day in court from Sandy Blather.
I wouldn't say a walloping.
Some might, though.
Yeah, what I guess the prosecution was trying to prove was that I had a history of making reckless television marketed to the lowest common denominator, like blue-collar workers and our youth. Shows about precocious 4-year-old tailors, like in Running with Scissors, or my show Cutting the Brakes about a mischievous auto body shop.
And you don't think this argument holds up?
No, not at all.
And do you take this position because it's the truth or because you're the one on trial?
Yes.
That's interesting. I mean, you have done some edgy TV in the past, too.
I know. It's crazy. And this is the one I get sued over. It's a kid's show.
Well, you have to admit, you do have an impressive body of work.
I appreciate that, brother. And I just want to say, I see your plight every day, and I think you need to stand up for your right to sit down in that courtroom.
Thank you, brother. We're all fighting for something. I want to talk about some of your previous work for a minute, though.
Yeah.
Jamie, pull up a clip.
Sal! What the hell are you doing? Antonio's finished Mr. Gerardo's vehicle an hour ago. Just adjusting the brake problem. But he brought it in for a busted taillight. There's no brake problem. There is now. I got gummy worm dust all over my face.
Breaking news, a young boy in Flatland Hills clipped the brake line on his parents' Volvo earlier today. Although this may be great fodder for classic television, the reason for this true life tragedy is still unknown. Now back to our interview with high-powered celebrity attorney Hector Hectomy.
Well, I just wanted to finish by saying that I did a great job in this trial, and I'm one of the smartest celebrity attorneys in the state of Omaha. You can even ask my mom. But if you still don't believe me, then it's easy to see in any of the footage from this trial.
Let's do that. Let's go now to a clip of your cross-examination of Mrs. Oswego.
Miss Oswego, you told the court that Jameson was so smart he even knew how to work the stove. Is that correct?
Yes.
I guess my question to you is, do you not know how to work the stove, Miss Oswego?
No, sir.
And what about Mr. Oswego?
Oh, Lord, no. How do you think he got to be like he is now?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, drowning, a self-inflicted wound from a T-shirt cannon, auto-electrocution to the head, and the patriarch of this ensemble almost died from the simple, everyday task of using the stove. Generation after generation. Does this sound like an intelligent bloodline to you? If it does, then you may be related. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Classic Mr. Hectomy, roasting Mrs. Oswego worse than her husband in that house fire, and leaving bad mom attorney Miss Blather out to dry. I'm Nipple Fenders, and coming up, whatever happened to the judge's missing gavel? Was it the podcasting bailiff? And is he doing something sexual with it? And now, Hollywood legend, actor extraordinaire Dander Frimp with the inside scoop on what the jurors are really saying. Then, it's our exclusive interview with death row inmate Kathy Hibbins Jr. But first, we go to the courthouse where there seems to be a unified front amongst the protesters. Here with the story is our own rabid fashionista, Mr. Dr. Comrade Oswaley Augusto.
These protesters are meaner and angrier than I am, and I have rabies. Please, folks, never try to put a tiny head on a chipmunk. He will bite you. Now I'm gonna talk to one of these protesters' guys. Excuse me, sir. Who are you wearing? Huh? You look hot. You look fabulous. You look just like my dentist brother. What's your secret?
What?
Breaking news, a verdict has just been reached in the Sims trial. After 92 days of deliberation, a verdict has been reached. We go now to the reading of that verdict inside the courtroom.
It is my understanding that the jury has come to a decision.
Yes, sir.
Well then, Foreman, let's hear what you have to say. Let's put this dog down once and for all.
Okay, yeah. In the case of the Oswegos versus Barnum, J.J. Sims, and Late for Class, we, the jury, find in favor of one side in particular. And it's the side that we think should win coincidentally. And that side is, or is to say, we, the jury, find in favor of Chipotle.
Chipotle?
Chipotle, Your Honor.
We nailed it.
What does this mean, Your Honor?
Well, in light of the reading of the verdict, I have no other option but declare this a mistrial. The jury messed up. They let you all down. If you feel strongly about it, they will be leaving unescorted out the back.
What? I missed my godson's bris/funeral for this?
Please, everyone, cool your jets. Cool your sinking jets. In fact, let's everyone just shut your jets completely.
You know what? I'm not leaving this courthouse till I get every piece of my confetti back.
People, please, calm down. Please remain seated. Keep it lazy and go to my Patreon.
Somebody help! I accidentally stabbed this guy with my X-Acto knife!
I'll hold you all in contempt. I'll give you all a death penalty. I'll euthanize all your cats.
No, my gavel.
The state has deemed you an unfit mother and we're here to take your kids.
No! My babies!
Someone's flamboyant, stupid-looking car is being towed.
No! My Maserati!
He bit me!
Honey, I didn't bite anybody, okay? Don't flatter yourself. Besides, who's gonna believe you with what you've got on? You're a joke.
Did you just bite that woman?
Please, look at what she's got on.
Oh, I guess not.
Now he's ready for the catwalk, folks. He's got that neo-retro Branch Davidian look going on, and I'm loving it! It's bold, it's brash, it's like a nightmare within a nightmare. I see this and I think Dresden, I think s'mores. He smells like the version of Burger King they portray in their commercials.
I just want all my listeners to know I am safe from all the fire and carnage. Had to leave Machado and all those people. But self-preservation is the name of the game if you want to be the #1 podcast in the state of Omaha. And I'd just like to remind you guys that this is the first ever live podcast coming straight to you from a riot. So donate what you can. My Twitter handle is Big Bailiff 998. My IG handle is Armchair Warrior LMNOP. And of course, you can find me there on IG. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my Etsy. There's lots of cool stuff going on there. Please go to my Kickstarter for my new album/documentary, and I'm selling my baby teeth on eBay. Until next time, bailiff you later and keep it lazy.